months since I did my DIY Microlocs. It's at the 5-month mark. So I'm in the middle of a retie, and what I was gonna do is finish my retie, then come and show you how it looks after 5 months and then freshly retied. But then I was like, no, show them. Show them what you're working with. Show them what the process is like. For real. So yeah, just in case if you saw my vlog where I said I was gonna try to make a DIY headband wig, this is it. This is it in action. So just to show you. Yeah, anyway. As I was saying, I just want to show you what I'm working with. Is this scary? Not scary at all, right? Okay, so this is how my hair is literally looking. Hopefully you guys can see clearly. So what's been happening is that, I know I look crazy. What's been happening is that when COVID started, I was working from home. When everything shut down, I was working from home. And so I had a bit more time at my disposal. Then I left from working at home to going straight into vacation. And of course, schools were shut down and so on. So the 5-month retie coincided with me going back out to work, my kids going back out to school, and when you combine that with less time for housework, less time for everything, really, adding in church life, work life, helping with homework and like everything, I've had less time. Whereas I could commit hours to doing my reties, now I grab an hour where I can. So it's been taking forever. And what has happened as well is my edges have grown out. So now I legit look crazy. If my hair on top is locked, and then I have this big afro that I'm trying to tame. So let me just give you a look at how it looks all around, right? This is the sides that have grown out. Yeah, so I have them sectioned off, and what I'm trying to do is to now incorporate the sides that have grown out. So I'm now doing starter locks on the sides. I was able to complete one section, so let me show you. And I have them secured with a band so that they're manipulated and moved as little as possible. So the starter locks would entail having to do the parts, then having to braid and twist, then having to actually interlock the roots. So it's taking quite a while, and then I have the usual interlocking this section, whereas before it was just interlocking this section and just like, you know, pearl brushing the sides and moving along. So you can see why it's taking quite a bit of time to, at first I like legitimately for a week I was like, I have no idea what to do with this. I don't know what to do, so I did nothing because I was just overwhelmed. And then eventually, after I started looking like nobody loves me and I don't love myself, I was like, okay, enough. I just need to just do it. All right, so this is the section that has not been retied as yet. Okay. All right, so let's get into that. So you can see how it's looking. Let me get closer. You can see how much growth, this amount of growth. Yeah, so all this needs to be retied. Yeah, But in terms of getting a look at the lock, I can definitely see them like knitting together. So instead of being like looking like a braid or twists, it's becoming a lock. It really legitimately is becoming a lock. One thing that I don't like, I haven't been liking though, let me find a couple. I don't know if this is a part of the process, but like at the ends, I don't know if you can, like at the ends of some of them there is like a ball, like the ends just kind of fuse together into like a ball. Can you see it? And they're like hard. I don't like the feeling. So like each of the ends, it's like forming like a ball. I don't know if that's the process of the ends locking together. I don't like the feeling. But that's a part of the process. That's a part of the process. I was actually trying to keep them loose, the ends loose. That's really what I want, but I haven't been able to like maintain keeping the ends loose. So we will see. Anyways, once I'm finished retying everything, incorporating the sides and the back and all of that, pray for me with the back, because to see behind and to do the back is going to be my most challenging part. So say a prayer for me. But when I'm done, I'll come back so you see everything freshly done, and hopefully by then I'm looking cute again. Okay, so clearly it's still the same day, but I wanted to show you something. I forgot to show you something in terms of like my new retie. So one sec, let me get some more light. Let me explain first. Probably over 15 years ago, I had in some very, very, very small micro braids. Not only were they very fine, but they were very long. They were like a waist length micro braids. That turned out to be a big mistake because it pulled out my hair. I've always had fine hair, and so doing that was a bad choice to begin with. And then doing the length. So I ended up pulling out my hair along the hairline, and it never grew back. This side is actually better, but there's a marked difference on this side. So even when I cut my hair, if you like watch my videos, you can tell that there's like almost like a bald spot. It's not bald, it just has very little hair because the hair follicles stop producing hair in that area. I have to pat myself on the back in terms of being able to do the lock there, and I was kind of iffy, but what I've decided to do is to just be very gentle with the locking process at my edges, as well as not to, even when I'm doing the tying, to not do it too tightly. And so it's kind of like an experiment as well to see if just not having the manipulation that I would normally have with my loose natural hair would help to stimulate growth in that area. It's been about 15 years, so I'm not holding my breath, but you know, we'll see. So let me show you so that we can judge if anything does happen. Can you see? So I'm sure you can see if you look at other areas like here, how much denser it is versus like at the sides. Yeah, so we'll see.